coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Wasting no time. Corral going to the air. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful when the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Mahomes going to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession. Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively. A throw over the middle taken in. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And some room to work. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Here's Corral on first down. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, couldn't you have strung that out just a few plays, give us a break, back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On second down, here's Corral. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. This defense for the Chiefs, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it? you see your guys open before you deliver.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now Corral, 3rd and 2. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Miles Sanders, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. The drive keeps moving.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Even with the good gain, I thought they might accept that one.
Yeah, you thought maybe they'd go with the downs as opposed to the yardage. So if you're taking the yardage now, 2nd and less than 5, that tells me you feel good about how your offense is working.
And he's got Rome. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 60. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. It's a second down run with Sanders. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now...
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's Corral on first down.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run with Sanders, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On play action, it's Mahomes.
This one is caught. It's Moore.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A.J. Brown as the first half is winding down.
And the Chiefs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Fakes the handoff here. Corral.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go. Here we go.
A final shot before the half for Corral. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded right around the 8. Now a hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
And the Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And the Raiders pick it up. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
All these years.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Meanwhile, Corral's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
Short completion, just 4 yards. That'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
More than one defender there. That's a loss of 5 on the sack.
This dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
3rd and long. Here's Corral.
Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Fourth down. Here's Corral.
He hits Adams complete. Touchdown Raiders. Davante Adams, 47 yards.
And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, the tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory,
The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
159 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
1st down. Here's Corral with it.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 10. Corral here, working from the gun.
He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
That touch is always hard on the quarterback, reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
From the gun, Corral.
Caught outright by Renfro. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd and goal, Corral. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. Here's Corral.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And that sack brings loss of 7. Big play. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mahomes to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, here's Corral.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 2nd and 10. Corral. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And the tight end goes in motion left. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And some room to roam now.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Boy, 175 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Mahomes will throw.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Able to connect with Fuller, and they're going to get this up to midfield.
They'll run with Barkley, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. Ain't sold a million records, yeah. Used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot feel without God in it. We built the sound you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Sit that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Gang time in it. I don't follow trends. Sit that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Say that with my